Hello in the Hoop fans, my name is Philip, and today I have a wonderful and super fun new project for your embroidery machine, finger puppets. We have loads of finger puppet files available on our website at allinthehoop.com, and I wanted to walk you through just how fun, fast, and easy it is to make these. Also, as a bonus, over at our website, if you purchase our finger puppets in a set, you'll also get these cute bags to hold the finger puppets in, like this zoo house design that we just released with our latest set. I'll have a link in the description where you can go to find it all. However, before we get started, I wanted to ask that you be sure to like and subscribe, and please shoot us a comment below letting us know that you like this video or suggestions for things you'd like to see, or even just to say hello. I love getting to talk to you, and it makes it feel like a community, which is very exciting. Also, I want to thank each and every one of you who subscribed during the launch of our first video, and I look forward to bringing you more videos in the future. Now, about these finger puppets, our kids go wild for them and they play with them for hours. In fact, whenever I'm working on a new set, our two younger kids are always waiting at the embroidery machine, making claims on each of the finger puppets even before they are fully stitched out. So yes, these are a big hit with our kids. If you've never made anything in the hoop and you're looking to jump in, these are a great place to start. For one, they stitch out really fast, so you're not investing a lot of time if something goes wrong, and also they don't have a lot of complicated steps. So because of that, it's a very low commitment way to get started on an in the hoop project. Not to mention, all the finger puppets fit in a 4x4 hoop, so they're compatible with all embroidery machines. So let's get started with the tutorials. I'm first going to show you how to make the finger puppets, and then following that, I'm going to show you how to make the bonus carrying bag. Let's get into it. So here I am using a 4x4 hoop. We always make all of our finger puppets fit into a 4x4 hoop to make them highly compatible for all machines. I actually have this really great magnetic hoop, and if there's one available for your machine, I definitely recommend it. So for this project, I'm going to use a tearaway stabilizer. The stabilizer I have at this time is a bit thin, so I'm actually going to use 2 layers. If you feel your stabilizer is thin, it's okay to use 2 layers. It'll help minimize gaps in between thread colors. I'm going to hoop just the stabilizer, and then I'm going to attach it to my embroidery machine. Next, I'm going to load up my file. Today I'm going to be stitching out the raccoon available in our Zoo Life finger puppet series. This is of course one you can find on our website allinthehoop.com, and I'll have a link to it down in the description. Next, let's get our hoop with stabilizer attached to our machine and load up our thread. The first stitch is going to be a die line, which will give us an indication of where to lay the fabric we are going to use for the front side of our finger puppet. The color you thread up doesn't really matter on this step or the next one. What I like to do is check the included PDF and see what the third stitch color is going to be. This is the color I use for the first 2 stitches, since they won't be present on our completed finger puppet, making my machine already threaded up for step 3. Here I'm going to run stitch number 1 in our finger puppet file. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a die line, which will show you where to lay our fabric. For finger puppets, I like to use felt, but you can use whatever fabric you like. Once the die line is complete, lay your fabric fully over the die line. Now run stitch number 2. This is a tack down stitch and will hold your fabric in place. After the fabric is tacked down, the next few steps will be the actual parts that will make up our finger puppet, such as eyes, mouth, hair, etc. Because each of our finger puppets are different, at this point, you'll want to reference the included PDF that we supply with every file. This file will show you exactly what colors to use. So let's enjoy a moment of funky tunes while our finger puppet finishes stitching out. After all the details of the finger puppet are completed stitching, let's remove our project from the machine but leave it in the hoop. Take it over to your workstation and turn the hoop upside down. Here we're going to attach our backside fabric. I like to use an adhesive tacky spray to hold it in place, but you can also use tape. Lay your fabric fully over the rectangle die line that was stitched in step 1. After attaching your fabric to the backside, return the hoop to the machine. Run the last stitch, which is the final tack down stitch. This is labeled as such in your included PDF. This final tack down stitch is going to hold the two pieces of fabric together, but it's also going to leave an opening in the bottom of the puppet for fingers. After the final tack down is completed, let's remove the hoop from our embroidery machine and take it over to our workstation. Here, the last thing to do is to clean it up and cut it out. Remove any leftover jump stitches and then start cutting as close as you'd like to the outside of the puppet. You can see here how fast we are at cutting our finger puppets out, but we recommend taking it slow and steady. After it's all cut out, you're done. You have just made a super adorable and fun finger puppet to show off to the world. So that's how quick and easy it is to make these finger puppets. We know you can do it, and we think you'll have fun creating them at the same time. Now let's get into showing you how to create the bonus bag that you can get if you purchase the entire set. It's just as easy, and it turns out totally cute. Let's get into it. Now let's get going and load up our bag file. Next, we're going to load up our thread. Just like in our finger puppet, stitch number 1 is a die line, and you can use any thread color you want. However, in the bag file, the tack down will be shown in the finished product, so make sure to use a color thread that looks good on your bag. Now attach a hoop that is only stabilizer. We're using a tearaway stabilizer. Run stitch number 1 directly onto the stabilizer. This is going to be our die line and will show us where to lay our fabric. One thing to note about this die line is not only will it mark where you're going to lay your fabric, it's also going to place 2 die lines near the top of the house shape that is going to indicate where to attach your ribbon handle in the next step. Next, remove the hoop from your machine and take it to your workstation. You can see better in this shot where the line indicators are for the ribbon handle. So for this, we're going to lay a ribbon over these indicators to make our handle for the bag. We measured our ribbon out to about 13 inches and it worked perfect. After cutting your ribbon, take it over to your hoop. Lay each side of the ribbon over the die line indicators and tape them down to hold them in place. Now take your fabric for the front of the bag and lay it over the full die line. We like to use felt for our bags as well, but please use whatever fabric you like. Now return it to the embroidery machine. Run the next stitch, which is our tack down stitch, and we'll hold the fabric and the ribbon handle in place. After our fabric is tacked down, next we're going to use our included PDF and follow along all the remaining stitch colors for the decorative parts of the bag. Thread up the first color according to the PDF. At this time, run all the remaining stitches and color changes in the PDF except for the last one that's indicated as the final tack down on the PDF. While this is stitching out, I wanted to remind everyone that our website, allinthehoop.com, has a current special running where you can get everything on our website for one super low price. It's a great way to build an instant in the hoop library. This finger puppet pack and everything else on our website is included, so we definitely recommend checking it out. Once all these stitches are done, we're going to again remove the project from our embroidery machine, leaving it all in the hoop. You have to watch the ribbon handle because it can sometimes be a bit squirrely and get caught. Take the hoop project over to your workstation. Now turn the hoop over and use a second piece of fabric to cover the backside. Your fabric will need to fully cover the die line stitched out in step 1. I'm attaching mine with adhesive tacky spray, but you can also use tape to hold it in place. Now return it to the embroidery machine, once again watching out for that squirrely ribbon. I like to push it to the back out of the way. Run the last stitch, which is our final tack down, and will hold the project in place, but we'll also leave an opening at the top to open the bag to hold our finger puppets. Remove it from the embroidery machine and take it over to your workstation. Remove the project from the hoop and start cutting around the outside of the project. Cut all around the outside of the bag, but be very careful not to cut your ribbon, only cutting in front and behind it and around it. You'll notice here an extra hand helping out. I asked my wife to cut these out because she is way better with sharp objects. Plus, families who sew together stay together. Once you're done, your bag will look awesome like ours, and it's ready to carry all of your finger puppets in style. Good work, you did it. So that's how to make the bonus carrying bag. All the puppets and bags work the same, so you can use this video to learn how to make any of these you find on our website. If you look through allinthehoop.com, you'll find loads of cute ones, and we have more on the way in the future. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and liking this video. Be sure to let us know in the comments what you think about this project and what you would like to see in the future. And I'll be back in the next week or so with a new video and a fun new project. Until then, we'll see you next time.